Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please take a seat and get ready for probably a 30-minute video because the original video that we're checking out today is titled Switzerland's Great Cities, and it's a 24.56, so 24 minutes 56 seconds long video. So we're gonna be here for a little bit, so let's check out this video. Link for the original video will be in the description if you guys want to check it out as well. And if you guys want to recommend any videos about Switzerland, click that link in the pinned comment section. You can recommend videos and I'll check them out as soon as possible. Also, you can leave those in the comment section down below, but it's obviously easier through the Google form because obviously I'm going to see that one. But yeah, without further ado, let's check out this video.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves, back with more of the best of Europe. This time, we're in Switzerland, enjoying not its majestic Alps, but its fascinating cities. Thanks for joining us. Whether enjoying its traditional culture high in the mountains or savoring the joys of modern life in its great cities, the Swiss get it right. In this episode, we focus on an often overlooked part of Switzerland, its urban charm. We'll get some easy exercise, floating with locals, and ring one very big bell. We'll enjoy a variety of art, from stained glass by Marc Chagall to bold works by artists considered insane. We'll see how the Swiss use blue lights as part of a creative drug policy, and explore a secret underground fortress built as a defense against the Nazis. And we'll experience that incomparable Swiss natural beauty with a cruise on a romantic paddle wheeler. Nestled in the center of Europe is Switzerland. While much of the country is dominated by the Alps, most of its population is in the northwest, a gentler land of lakes and cities. From Zurich, we traveled to Lucerne, Bern, and Lausanne. Like many visits to Switzerland, ours starts in its biggest city, Zurich. While it's a major transportation hub and many just pass through, it's a powerhouse city, and well worth a look. The Swiss joke that Zurich is zu reich and zu ruhig.
I know this video is very old, but I want to see how old it is because it looks like so beautiful, but at the same time classic. 11 years ago. Oh my gosh, dude. That is crazy. 11 years ago. What was I 11 years ago? I can't even tell what age I was, but I was absolutely probably maybe 14? I don't know. Could be 14, 13. I don't know.
That's a play on German words for too rich and too quiet. Sure, it's rich and there are livelier places, but Zurich is comfortable and it consistently ranks as one of the world's most livable cities.
How's he doing today? Is it still up there?
Zurich's history goes back to Roman times. By the 19th century, it was a leading European financial and economic center. Its people are known for their wealth and for working hard to earn it. Like most Swiss cities, it embraces its river or lake in a fun-loving way.
Why does it look so good? Why does it look so good? Like, lake water shouldn't look this good.
The lakefront is a springboard for romantic walks, bike rides, and cruises. A great way to glide across town is to catch the riverboat, which functions like a city bus, and just enjoy the view. Its old town is lively day and night, with cafes, galleries, and a colorful cobbled ambiance. Zurich's main drag, Bahnhofstrasse, is famous for its elegant shops. If you're looking for a fancy watch, stunning jewelry, or a $1,000 sweater, this is the place.
Why the hell would I need a $1,000 sweater, man? Come on, dog. No. I can't. Hold on. So you're trying to tell me that we was Hermes? Oh shit! God. Whoo! Damn. Okay. So you're trying to tell me that back in the day, folks was dropping bags on expensive shit? Holy smokes! I mean, damn, shorty. Wow. And then, like, look at them, dude. I've never seen that style before. It's always just a little, you know. Dude, this is a lot of effort. It looks crazy.
Place. For more affordable extravagance, these delightful mini macaroons, a local favorite, may be expensive, but they won't break the bank.
Very special. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Damn, you were speaking English back in the day? Shit.
The city's art treasure is in its Fraumünster, or Church of Our Lady, a set of 5 towering stained glass windows by Marc Chagall. His inimitable painting style, deep colors, simple figures, and shard-like cubism is perfectly suited for the medium of stained glass. The windows depict Bible scenes. Here, Jacob dreams of his ladder, the traffic of angels symbolizing the connection between God above and Jacob's descendants, the children of Israel, below. Old Testament images, King David with his harp, Moses with the 10 Commandments, and the angel blowing the ram's horn to announce the creation of a new Jerusalem all create a cohesive message drawing you to the central window. Here, a jumble of events from Christ's life leads to the central figure in God's plan of salvation, a crucified yet ascendant Jesus Christ. But nearby, the most entertaining heavenly character in Zurich is its guardian angel. Hovering above the main hall in the central train station, she protects all travelers and
Is that still there?
adds to the energy of the station. Situated at the center of Western Europe, this major European transportation hub handles 2,000 trains a day, zipping people all over Europe. Shortly after leaving Zurich, the train ride becomes a scenic joyride. And 30 minutes later,
You made me jealous, you piece of shit. I'm sorry, I should be a little bit more respectful, but I'm getting in my feelings right now, man. But sir, you're making me jealous. Like, I almost dropped a teardrop right there, man, because you're too privileged
scenic
to
joyride.
Like, look at that, the cows on the farm. Oh my gosh, dude. I love country life too much, so I get obsessed with things like that. Like, I'm a city boy, but I'm a city boy, but at the same time, though I'm city, country life just makes me happy at the same time. It's like, I don't know if it's just because I believe to myself that I am capable of surviving in any situation, and I'm capable of adjusting to anything. It doesn't matter, right? I don't know if that's what causes me to feel the way that I feel, where I'm able to just immediately forget about the city and just be like, oh my gosh, man, like, it would be so cool to be right there. I don't know, but this is an absolute beauty.
And 30 minutes later, we pull into Lucerne. Since the Romantic era in the 19th century, Lucerne has been a regular stop on the Grand Tour route of Europe. Its inviting lakefront now includes a modern concert hall, which incorporates the lake into its design. The Old Town, with a pair of picture-perfect wooden bridges, straddles the Reuss River where it tumbles out of Lake Lucerne. The bridge was built at an angle in the 14th century to connect the town's medieval fortifications. Today it serves strollers rather than soldiers as a peaceful way to connect two sides of town. Many are oblivious to the fascinating art just overhead. Under the rafters hang about 100 colorful 17th century paintings showing scenes from Lucerne and its history. This legendary giant dates to the Middle Ages when locals discovered mammoth bones which they mistakenly thought were the bones of a human giant. Here's Lucerne in about 1400, the bridge already part of the city fortifications. And Lucerne looked like this in 1630. Lucerne is responsible for controlling the lake level. By regulating the flow of water out of its lake, the city prevents the flooding of lakeside villages when the snow melts. In the mid-19th century, the city devised and built this extendable dam. By adding and taking away these wooden slats, they could control the level of the lake. Swans are a fixture on the river today. Locals say they arrived in the 17th century as a gift from the French king Louis XIV in appreciation for the protection his Swiss guards gave him. Switzerland has a long history of providing strong and loyal warriors to foreign powers. The city's famous Lion Monument recalls the heroism of more Swiss mercenaries. The mighty lion rests his paws on a French shield. Tears stream down his cheeks. The broken-off end of a spear is slowly killing the noble beast. The sad lion is a memorial to over 700 Swiss mercenaries who were killed defending Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI during the French Revolution. The people of Lucerne take full advantage of their delightful river with a variety of cafes and restaurants along its banks. This evening, we're enjoying the setting as much as the food. I'm having the local pork. My producer, Simon, is having eel fresh from the river. With a picturesque setting like this, the dining experience makes for a wonderful memory.
I don't care about what nobody got to say, dude. Like, if they say Switzerland is expensive, dude, it's worth the penny. I'm just saying, it's worth the penny. Like, look, like, imagine, like, having dinner while the ocean, not the ocean, but the lake, or the river, I should say, is flowing by you. It's like, oh shit. Nah, this is like, it's legendary. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like, Europe has a lot of beauty, but there's nothing that beats beauty like this, in my humble opinion. Nature's beauty, it's just so amazing.
Boats connect towns around Lake Lucerne. That's its English name, but the Swiss call it the Vierwaldstätter See, literally Lake of the Four Forest Cantons. That's because it lies at the intersection of four of Switzerland's cantons, or states. Romantics will want to ride one of the classic paddleboat steamers. A short ride drops you at any number of interesting sights, one of which comes with a surprise. Imagine it's 1941. You're Swiss. Your country is surrounded by Hitler and Mussolini. The Nazis are on the move. What to do? Turn your mountains into a hidden fortress. The Swiss managed to make their rugged mountains an even more effective barrier. How? By lots of strategic tunneling. One example, the Fortress Vurigen, has done its duty. Recently decommissioned, it now welcomes visitors interested in Switzerland's secret defenses.
In central Switzerland, we have now 9 forts like this, bigger ones and smaller ones. There are installed, I think, in total 44 cannons.
The Swiss implemented a plan to retreat into the mountainous heart of the country and defend themselves with a series of hidden fortresses dug into the mountainsides, like this one.
Here we enter into bunker number 2. You see here the cannon. You can turn it, the elevation and the azimuth.
So I can sit here on the gun. Can I sit on this?
Yeah, you can.
Push this down?
Yeah.
62.
Fine, yeah.
And then I want to go to 21.
Fine,
okay.
yes.
And
you
now,
do it right, yes.
Wow, there it is, 6221. The top of the peak.
And fire.
With the advent of the Cold War in the 1950s, the fortress was retooled for the threat of the USSR. The Swiss have since found documents indicating that both the Nazis and the Soviets actually had plans to invade Switzerland.
This is the bedroom for 100 soldiers, 50 beds. They have to share it because they have to work in shifts. This is the dining room, and over here the kitchen. And all these rooms and other forts have been built for survival of Switzerland. Hitler took Belgium, Netherlands.
Got one of the most unique beard styles in the entire world, dude. Like, you cut the middle piece out, let that thing go out. I respect it. I like it.
And we had the feeling we are next.
Wandering through this hidden fortress, you're reminded how perilous Switzerland's position was in the 20th century and how committed the Swiss were to defending their freedom. Switzerland is laced together by an efficient train system. Its trains are fast, frequent, and easy to use, taking you effortlessly and scenically from downtown to downtown. Our next stop, the capital city, Bern. The city of Bern is built on a peninsula created by a hairpin turn of the Aare River. Its pointy towers and arcaded streets make it one of Europe's finest surviving medieval towns. Bern streets make it...
There's no way it looks like that. No way. No way. No absolute freaking way it looks like that. You're lying. This is AI. I don't care. AI just got out. I don't care. This is AI. It's not real. It's fake. It's absolute. Dude, like, why does everything look unique? Like, look at the water. What the hell is that? That is not... That... What is that? Dude, that looks like the freaking ocean. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to South Carolina and actually been to the beaches. Well, you could have been to Florida as well, right? Because Florida has great beaches as well, right? So let's go with Florida. Florida is way more popular than South Carolina. But either way, the point is, if you guys have ever been to Florida and seen the ocean and, you know, it's beautiful colors and so on and so forth, you don't understand where I'm coming from, because I don't see lakes looking like that. Rivers don't look like that. They look dirty. And they look brown, and what is this?
Its pointy towers and arcaded streets make it one of Europe's finest surviving medieval towns. Bern is stately but accessible, classy but fun. The city, founded in 1191, has managed to avoid war damage and hasn't burned down since 1405. After that fire, wooden buildings were discouraged, and Bern gained its gray-green sandstone complexion. Colorful 16th century fountains are Bern's trademark. They were commissioned to brighten up the stony cityscape, to show off the town's wealth, and to remind citizens of local heroes and events. The city is named for its mascot, a bear, and bears are a reoccurring theme all over town. This famous clock tower was part of the main gate of the original town wall. One side of it has a playful mechanical show, appropriate in this country so famous for its timepieces. The clock, which dates back to 1530, still performs each hour. While you can see the medieval clock mechanism from inside, fascinating in this land of clock and watchmakers, most people enjoy the show from outside. At the top of the hour, the rooster crows. The bears promenade as the happy jester comes to life. Father Time turns his hourglass, and the rooster crows once more, as he has for about 500 years. In its day, this was a high-tech marvel. In this elegant city, you may brush elbows with some high-powered legislators, but you wouldn't know it. Everything feels casual.
Yeah, so I've heard, man. They be taking the trains too, shorty. Like, I heard it.
For a national capital. The Swiss are very comfortable with their own style of democracy. The Swiss government is a bicameral system, actually inspired by the United States Constitution, with one big difference. Executive power is shared by a committee of 7 with a rotating ceremonial president and a passion for consensus. This is a mechanism to avoid a power grab by a single individual. A safeguard the Swiss believes strengthens.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I cannot stress it. Switzerland, Swiss, please don't let it slide. Don't change this for nothing. Okay, it doesn't matter how much you like a particular politician. Don't change the shit for nothing, please. We're all humans and we're all pieces of excuse my lingo, excuse the language. We're all pieces of shit. And the more we stay in a certain environment, it's the more we are influenced and we can become toxic. You know, we're all capable of good and bad, and the circumstance or the situation that we're around is what influences that. It's not us who has a choice to do good or bad. Well, we do have a choice to do good or bad, but the point is the circumstance that we're in, the situation that we're in, influences that. Okay, if I'm not broke, how the hell am I going to think to steal? But if I'm put in a situation where I'm broke, that's where it's going to test my integrity. The last thing you want to do is test integrity when it comes to politics. Hell no.
Strengthens and protects their democracy. Observant travelers will notice how the Swiss government deals with its social problems with pragmatism and innovation. Too many cars and chronically unemployed people? Create a program providing free loaner bikes, run by people who would otherwise be collecting unemployment benefits. Like the United States, Switzerland's dealing with a persistent drug abuse problem. The Swiss believe the purpose of a nation's drug policy should be to reduce the harm drugs cause their society. Like many Europeans, they treat substance abuse more as a health problem than a criminal problem. Rather than fill their jails, the Swiss employ methods they find are both more
Bro taking a shot at America rather than fill their jails. Crazy.
than a criminal problem. Rather than fill their jails, the Swiss employ methods they find are both more compassionate and more pragmatic. For instance, to help fight the spread of AIDS and other diseases, street-side vending machines dispense government-subsidized needles, cheap and safe. There are needle disposal boxes. Many public toilets are lit by blue lights. If users can't find their veins, they'll shoot up elsewhere. It's hoped at heroin maintenance centers, which provide addicts with counseling, clean needles, and a safe alternative to the streets. And casual use of marijuana is tolerated. Locals pass joints with no apparent worries in the shadow of the cathedral, ignored by others who simply enjoy.
That is insane. Like, I could not imagine living in a society like that. Like, how is that even possible? That is crazy. Like, places like, huh? Like, I'm not trying to, shame the United States, but like, you go to places like California, man, and people are shamed for these things, and the saddest part about this is most people don't understand, like, nobody truly wants to be on a drug addiction. It's like addiction, like, we're all suffering from addiction. It's like the realest shit ever, but we just don't realize because we're not affected by it the way how other people are affected by it. But like, tell me this, can you put your phone away for 1 hour, 2 hours a day? You're addicted to it. It's that simple. If you cannot live without it, you're addicted to it. You need it. You want it. But do you actually need it for survival? Like food, you're not addicted to food because you eat it in a proportional manner. However, if you're constantly eating food in a manner that is not proportionate to survival, then you're addicted to it. It's kind of crazy, but we all have so many addictions. So mocking somebody with addiction is not cool at all. The best thing you can possibly do is create a way, an environment that can help them to get up out of it.
Enjoy life in a society that believes tolerating alternative lifestyles makes more sense than building more prisons. Bern's Cathedral is capped with a 330-foot tall tower, the highest in Switzerland. While it was built as a Catholic church, later in the 16th century with the Reformation, it became Protestant. That's why it's so sparsely decorated. The Swiss Protestants were iconoclasts. They considered statues of saints and Catholic art to be false idols, distractions from God, and destroyed them. This church was originally adorned with 26 different little chapels and altars, each dedicated to a different saint or the Virgin Mary. When the Reformation came to town in 1528, all that was swept away. The focus was shifted away from images and to the pulpit, from where Protestant preachers shared the word of God, not in Latin, but in the people's language. Browsing through this barren place of worship, you can sense the effectiveness of one man preaching from the pulpit to an undistracted congregation. Climbing the spire, you'll see Protestants had absolutely no problem with great bells.
This is the biggest bell of Switzerland, and it's over 10 tons. And we are also very proud that we have the highest tower of Switzerland. It's over 100 meters, exactly 101 meters.
That's gotta be loud. Hold on. Does somebody actually go up there to ring the bell? Wait. Does somebody actually ring the church bell? I thought that shit was automatic. Wait, what?
Art lovers enjoy Bern's Paul Klee Center. With its wavy building mirroring the wavy landscape, Italian architect Renzo Piano's building celebrates the creative spirit of the Swiss-born artist Paul Klee. While famous as a painter, Klee embraced all forms of creative expression. The center, which fosters music and theater as well as the visual arts, has a mission: to bring art to the people. A generous zone is devoted to a children's workshop. kids love Paul Klee. And kids always teach the art snobs a thing or two with their interpretations. The Shadow Theater sparks young imaginations. Artistically, you just can't put Klee in a box. His paintings, mostly from the 1920s and 30s, are playful yet enigmatic. Audio guides let you enjoy Klee's favorite music as you wander through his paintings. He experimented in pointillism, as you see in Ad Parnassum. His art is full of symbolism, or maybe we just think so. Insula Dulcimara, literally Bittersweet Island, is a good example of Klee's abstract hieroglyph style. It's a puzzle. He pairs opposites: man, woman, air, water. It's 1938. Is that a submarine on the horizon evoking the rise of fascism? Perhaps the black figures are death in a spring-like landscape which is eternal. And when the sun comes out, it seems everyone's heading for the banks of the Ara River.
Sun's out, buns out. Sorry. Forgive me. Sun's out, buns out. What the hell going on?
And when the sun comes out, it seems everyone's heading for the banks of the Ara River.
Wait, hold on. How you moving? Wait. Hold on. How you moving so fast? There's no way you swim that fast. Is it flowing?
And when the sun comes out, it seems everyone's heading for the banks of the Ara River. The Riverside Park is a lively playground. The Bernese, proud of their very clean river and their basic ruddiness, have a tradition, sort of a wet paseo. On summer days, they hike upstream, then float back into town.
Yeah, that's gotta be cool.
For something to write home about, join the locals and the trout in a float down the river. Our final big city visit is another hour away by train. Lausanne perches elegantly overlooking Lake Geneva. The city is made of two charming zones, the idyllic waterfront and the tangled historic Old Town. Locals nickname their town the San Francisco of Switzerland for all its hills. There's no way to see it without lots of climbing. Lausanne's pedestrianized Rue de Bourg has the finest shops. By the way, be careful with the pronunciation. Many confuse Lausanne with Lucerne.
Right.
Lausanne's collection of fringe art, or art brut, fills one of Europe's most thought-provoking art galleries. It presents works by self-taught creators who, for various reasons, escaped cultural conditioning and social conformity. The people who made this art were completely untrained, as free-spirited as artists can be. These pieces were created by amateur artists, many who were labeled and even locked up by society as insane or even criminally insane. Thumbnail biographies of these outsiders personalized their work. In the 1940s, the artist Jean Dubuffet began collecting art produced by people he called free from artistic culture and free from fashion tendencies. Dubuffet said, "The art does not lie in beds ready-made for it.
I think these are good art right here. Some of them.
It runs away when its name is called. It wants to be incognito. Its best moments are when it forgets what it's called." There's nothing incognito about Lausanne's cathedral, the biggest church in Switzerland. This is another example of a Swiss Protestant church. Once again, it was built Catholic and dedicated to Mary. But when the Reformation hit, Swiss reformers purged it of religious ornamentation. Colorfully frescoed walls were whitewashed, stained glass windows trashed, statues of Mary and the saints smashed. Today, the church remains clean of images, with the exception of an extravagant pipe organ. its 7,000 pipes evoking the trumpets of Jericho and the wings of angels. For 6 centuries, a watchman has called the church's tower home. His job, to watch for fires and to call out the hours. Since the last big fire, a watchman has manned this post, the last one of its kind in Switzerland. Each night he steps out onto his balcony and hollers the hour.
That's cool. Does that still happen though? Like, oh my gosh, man. Like, this is what I talk about with culture. This is what I consider culture, and I think it's beautiful, and you know, it should be respected and kept that way, you know, where, you know, you still have that going on, even though it may seem silly or whatever, you know, still do it, you know, just because, you know.
The real charm of Lausanne lies on its lakefront, a district called Ouchy. What was once an aristocratic promenade is now the happy domain of commoners, office workers, and roller skaters strutting their stuff.
Oh my God, get busy! Yeah!
Romantic old-time steamers connect travelers scenically to points all around Lake Geneva. On a crisp day, you can see the French Alps. Chamonix and Mont Blanc are just out of sight. Ouchy's sightseeing highlight is a fine park and museum devoted to the Olympic Games. This museum celebrates the colorful history of the Olympics and the founder of the modern games, Pierre de Coubertin. In 1896, after a 1,500-year lapse and in the spirit of world peace, he restarted the Games. The exhibit traces the history of the Olympics. Artifacts recall its original ancient Greek beginnings. A century's worth of ceremonial torches speaks to the resilient majesty of an event that endeavors to bring the world together. Highlights from past Olympiads rekindle the thrill of these quadrillennial games. A section dedicated to the Paralympics celebrates recent inclusivity. Sports fans enjoy recalling their heroes, from the track shoes Carl Lewis used in the 1984 LA Games to the skates of Sonja Henie, the 13-year-old Norwegian ice queen. Surveying gear from each sport, you can follow the evolution of equipment that was clearly state-of-the-art in its day. And you can complete your tour with a look at how the bronze, silver, and gold medals have changed over the years.
Okay.
From the elegant extravagance of Zurich to Lucerne with its iconic wooden bridges. And from Bern, the country's fun-loving capital.
Yeah, I like Bern a lot. I like Bern.
To Lausanne with its gorgeous lakeside setting. Swiss cities are a treat to visit. As we've seen, there's far more to this country than its towering alpine peaks. No trip to Switzerland is really complete without sampling its urban charms as well. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rick Steves. Until next time, keep on traveling. Auf Wiedersehen.
Keep on traveling, man. Oh my God. How long was we in here? 33! We not done! Oh God, I gotta make a short ass exit. Oh my gosh, this is a long video. Being here for 30 minutes is crazy. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And you're the best, because you watched, me watched, and I talk, he talk. You probably said as well, and yeah, that was amazing. So I enjoyed this journey. It was beautiful, man. Very detailed video. I loved it. I love detailed videos that are not made just because. They're made to actually inform and educate and show a lot, you know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I gotta get out of here. It's gonna touch 35 minutes. Likely will edit this down and probably gets down to 32. I don't know, maybe not. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.